So when I graduated, the thing that goes through all chiropractic students' minds is, am I going to get a job and work for somebody? Am I going to be an entrepreneur and start my own practice straight out of the box? Or am I going to do a hybrid, maybe be an independent contractor where I'm my own boss, but I have an established practice that's, supporting me? I was blessed. I did an internship with a gentleman in Minneapolis. Uh, so Northwestern is a 10 trimester program. So my ninth and 10th trimester, same office, same doctor. The day I got my license, I graduated in November 1996, was licensed in December 1996. I walked into the office. He gave me the keys to the office and said, I'm going on vacation. So he was a small practitioner, hadn't had a vacation in years. I remember saying to him, when are you coming back? And he looked at me dead in the eye, just like I'm looking at you. He said, I don't know. And so there I was, 25 years old, had the whole entire practice, but I had been mentored by this gentleman for 8 months. So I was comfortable getting in that position. In that position, I learned not only to treat patients and how to communicate with patients, but how to communicate with all the administrative pieces, as far as the filing, as far as the billing, as far as talking to insurance adjusters. And that was so valuable to learn the entire aspect of practice. I stayed in that practice for 8 months before I started my first practice. Total, I've had 6 practices. Right now I have 2, one in North Minneapolis, one out in Bloomington. And I found one very beneficial thing that I've enjoyed doing once I was out of school long enough was bringing the interns in and kind of showing them the ropes. And, side move, one business thing I've done is build practices with those interns, get those practices up and running and successful. And then the intern has that epiphany, I want to be a business owner. I've been able to actually sell the practice to the intern. It's a win-win because I'm able to finance it for them. They don't need to go to the bank to take out a big loan to buy the practice. I'm still in the same city as a support mechanism. So anyway, business-wise, that's one thing I did. As far as building the practice, it was boots on the ground in the community. The biggest thing I did to start was write articles for a local newspaper. Any small local community newspaper is looking for content. And I didn't want to be paid. I just wanted the byline. Dr. Juno Robbins can be reached at such and such, so and so. I would do articles once a week, until I had basically, back at that time, it was newspapers. I would keep the scrapbook of all the articles in the waiting room. New patients come in. Media builds credibility, right? Nowadays, it's online stuff. You can still do the newspaper stuff, but learning how to speak, any type of media builds your credibility if you do it the right way. So that was one way. Then being involved in a church at that time, the church, I would take care of the folks. They would spread it to the families. I didn't do any advertising as far as like radio ads or spending money. It was all just guerrilla marketing on the ground.